What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review slash demo slash swatch video on the new Anastasia Subculture palette. Now I know you guys have probably seen this pretty much everywhere on the internet, in the beauty community, YouTube. Anastasia actually came out with a new palette. This is the sister to the Modern Renaissance palette, which is one of my absolute favorite palettes to work with. I love all the colors in there. I believe it was about $45, but with shipping and tax it came out to about $50. I have tried really hard not to watch many reviews. I think I've only watched one review on this palette. I've tried so hard not to watch any so I could give you guys like an unbiased opinion on it. I personally I want to give you guys my true thoughts on it without having other people kind of sway me or lead me into thinking that this is not a good palette. I'm super excited to share this video with you guys today. I'm going to be swatching all of the shades in this palette, and then I'm going to give you guys a kind of mini eye tutorial. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my final thoughts on it and what I truly actually think about this palette. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you guys leave, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys can get notified every time I upload a video to YouTube. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media. It is always linked down below as well as somewhere on the screen. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with the swatches of the palette. So this is the box that it actually came in. It almost looks exactly the same. It's just a really nice sleek box with all the names, everything on their ingredients. So there are 14 shades in this palette, and they all range from, I feel like they are pretty dark for a summer palette. I don't know why I feel that way. So there are 14 shades in this palette. 11 of them are matte and 3 of them are duochrome shadows. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these for you. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch Cube. It has really nice pink reflex. So that's actually a swatch with my finger, and I actually don't feel like that's good. We have Dawn, which is a really nice muted brown. It's very, very light. You can barely see it. And we have Destiny, which is that olivey green shade, which is actually so pretty. As you can see, these shadows are pretty powdery. We have Adorn, which is that bronzy gold shade. I'm going to try to make sure that I get this on here. I'm going to go into All Star. This one is really pretty as well. One of my other favorite shades in this palette. The next one that we have is Mercury. I actually have not swatched this one yet. This one is a very cool toned gray brown. And the last one is Axis, which is a pretty teal shade. These are so powdery. And this one is one that I have on my lid. This is the whole top row. So we're going to go ahead and swatch the bottom row in this palette. So the first one we're going to swatch is Roxy. Very peachy color. I actually really like this shade. I think it looks really nice. I'm going to do Electric, which is the inner corner highlight that I have on right now. This one is really pretty as well. I feel like this one doesn't show up unless you have some sort of base underneath it. Fudge is really nice. It's a really deep brown shade. We have New Wave, which is more of an yellow-orange shade. Untamed is one that I have on my crease and lid as well. We have Edge, which is a mustard yellow shade. Now this is one I don't have, I don't have anything like this shade. And the last shade that we have in this palette is Rowdy, which looks like a really nice plummy purple brown shade. So yeah, those are the bottom row of shades. So now that I've swatched all 14 shades, I'm going to go ahead and lead you guys into my eye tutorial featuring this look. I'm going to first go in with Dawn, which is a very light muted kind of peachy color. I really like it. I'm going in with this Morphe E27. As you can see, there is a little bit of kickback, and we're just going to blend this in and really just kind of give ourselves like a nice transition shade in the crease area. The color that I'm going to pop into the crease is going to be this color right here. This is called Untamed. It's sort of a foresty green, and I actually really do like this color. So I'm going to take my MAC 217. This color is so pigmented. I barely dip my brush into it. At first it does come off a little bit more patchy, but it really is not once you start blending it out. So basically, I'm going to keep packing this color onto my eyes. I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend and work this outer corner. Do you see where it's a little bit darker right here? I'm going to go into this color, which is Access, and it is a beautiful teal green shade. And then we're gonna go in with a different brush and we're gonna kind of blend that out. So this color has a ton of fallout, and I don't know if this is like a white in the middle because I didn't put any of the other color on. But this has a ton of fallout. I will say that. I'm going to take a clean E40 brush and we are just going to start working this. I'm going to take that same flat brush and I'm going to pop some more of that onto the lid. I'm going to take my NYX matte liquid liner to line my eyes. This is a brand new one, so we should do pretty good with it. I'm going to go into that Axis color, and I'm going to take a little bit of that and pop that right on top. So I really want my inner corner to pop, so I'm going to take this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and I'm going to pop this right onto the inner corner of my eye. The inner corner highlight that I'm going to use, you guys probably all guessed it already, it's this one right here. This is called Electric. I'm going to pop that right on the inner corner. Kind of like, not stuck, has like a film over it, it feels like. I also decided that I want to use a little bit of Cube on top of that. It's like a metallic white with a little bit of pink reflex in it, so I'm going to pop that right on top as well. I'm going to take a little bit of Cube, like a very little bit, and I'm going to pop that onto the brow bone. Alright, so that is it for the eye tutorial, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I love the way this look came out. So now to get into my final thoughts on this. I know that there's a lot of mixed reviews out there. I actually really enjoyed this palette. I didn't find that the kick up was anything but normal. I have the Modern Renaissance, love the Modern Renaissance. It is right back there. It stays on my desk. And I feel like the kickback in that is just as much as this one. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a blending brush. And I'm going to dip into this color, which is Raw Sienna. And I'm just going to go ahead and just tap my brush into there. And I'm going to tap whatever's on here onto my hand. And I'm also going to tap whatever is in this pan onto my hand as well. As you can see, this palette does have some kick up. I'm going to dip into this Roxy shade. I'm going to tap my brush into it. As you can see, just tapping my brush. And I'm going to tap this off onto my hand as well as whatever is in the palette. I don't want to spill it everywhere, but this is the comparison from the Modern Renaissance to the Subculture palette as far as a couple of taps of my brush into it and then onto my hand as well as whatever was left. I personally don't feel like the kickback is insane. So yeah, I didn't feel like anything was really too different from the Modern Renaissance. I love my Modern Renaissance and I think I could get my use out of this one too. I do feel like these these shadows are a lot more buttery than the Modern Renaissance palette. For right now, I actually do really enjoy it. I really liked this palette. The colors are so different. They're literally nothing like I own myself. I don't own any shadows that look like any of these. Definitely think some of the colors were a little bit harder to work with. As I said, you can tell that some of them are a little bit chalky, a little bit powdery, too powdery to where they don't really blend smoothly. As I said during the video, I did kind of at first have a little bit of trouble blending out the colors because they were so pigmented. I would just pick up a little bit and I'd put on my eye and it'd be like, bam, like there's eyeshadow there. I seriously feel like I did a pretty good job at blending. There are some spots, sorry, my eyelashes look awful. There are some spots that I feel like kind of just kept color there instead of kind of like blending out. But all in all, I feel like I like it. I really like it. I definitely felt like I had to work a little bit harder at blending and a little bit harder at making sure that it looks nice, whereas there are some other shadows that I own that I don't have to work as hard with. I feel like if I would have mixed textures like layering on a matte and then a shimmer, I would have had a little bit of a better luck with making sure that everything blended nicely. I still think that I did a pretty nice job at blending out these colors. I don't think they look bad. So I did feel like this palette did have a ton of fallout when I was blending the shades into my crease. I did use Untamed and Access mostly, and I felt like Access had the most fallout when I was blending them. I don't really find fallout like a huge big deal because I never do my foundation first. But for someone who maybe puts their foundation on, concealer, all of that stuff before they do their eyes, that could be potentially a huge problem. With that being said, I still don't think that the fallout is acceptable for this palette. I feel like in other palettes I do have that are super pigmented, they have no fallout, they're still creamy, and they blend really smoothly. So I don't see why this palette should be any different. As you've seen in the swatches, I did think that Cube could have been a little bit more pigmented. I feel like it is not the same formula as Electric is, and it's definitely not the same formula as Adorn is, which kind of sucks because Adorn is probably one of the smoothest kind of textured shimmer shades that I actually own. It's very, very buttery, creamy, and it packs a punch. I feel like everyone has such mixed reviews. I feel like everyone is just bandwagoning off of another person, and I feel like it's because they watch so many reviews and so many people kind of put this palette down before forming their own opinion, which is why I have not watched any reviews or anything on this palette, because I wanted to form my own opinion. Form an opinion for yourself. Just because I like something doesn't mean that someone else is going to like it just the same. Everybody is different. Everybody works with makeup differently. If one person really absolutely hates it, the next person could absolutely love it. The only way you're really going to know if you like a product is if you try it out for yourself. I just feel like you have to use something like this in order to kind of form an opinion if you like it yourself. I personally think they're really nice and really buttery. I don't find them to be super duper powdery, but again, this is my first time using it. I have not been able to use this more than once. The only thing I can tell you is follow me on Snapchat, because I will definitely be keeping you guys updated on this. I'm so excited to get to use it a little bit more. So yeah, that is it for my review. You guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to come on here and kind of do swatches, an eye tutorial, and a mini kind of review slash first impression. Again, I know there are a ton of mixed reviews out there, and that just kind of comes with the territory when a new product comes out. Like, the internet loves controversy, and some people are all over it. Like, they're all over that shit. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys can get notified every time I upload a video to the tube. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media. As I said before, it's always linked down in the description box, as well as somewhere in this box. I really hope you guys do have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.